Hi Starseeds, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you a really delicious recipe. We're going to be making vegan carrot muffins. These are delicious and they are super healthy. So let's get in the kitchen. The first thing you're going to do is peel 3 ripe bananas and then place them in a glass bowl. I know everybody uses a fork to mash bananas, but I just like using my knuckles. It's faster. Just make sure your hands are nice and clean and make sure you wash them afterwards. Once your bananas are nicely mashed, you're gonna go ahead and add in a 1/3 cup of rice milk, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup of vegan yogurt. I'm using coconut yogurt. It's really thick and creamy by Yoggi. Finally, we're gonna be adding in a 1/3 cup of olive oil and a 1/2 cup of maple syrup. So in case I failed to mention this earlier, all of the ingredients that we just worked with are the wet ingredients. So what we're gonna do is whisk all of this up until it's nice and smooth. Now I said smooth, but this is as smooth as it's gonna get. As you can see, there are a lot of banana chunks in there, and that's exactly what we want. For the dry ingredients, we're gonna be starting off with spelt flour. This is sprouted spelt flour and it's organic, and it's just healthy and delicious. We're gonna be starting off with 1.5 cups of spelt flour plus a 1/3 cup. To that, we're gonna be adding in a 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. This is also organic. I've got some baking powder here. We're gonna need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So here I've got my spices, and we're gonna be using a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of this homemade masala that I've made. You can click the link above so that you can learn how to make masala. This is such a beautiful spice that you can add into your baking. I'm placing this in the bowl. We're also gonna be adding in a 1/2 cup of shredded coconut. So with a spatula, you're just going to mix the dry ingredients just like that on the surface. And then you're gonna go ahead and mix it all up. So you don't want to over mix the batter because we still have to add in our shredded carrot and also our shredded ginger. That's going to give us a lot of flavor. So I have a piece of ginger here, and we're just going to use the smallest holes on the grater, and we're going to grate it with the skin on. You want a tablespoon plus a teaspoon of grated ginger. Okay, so now we're about to grate our carrots. You want to make sure that you've peeled your carrots and washed them. Let's do it. So carrots have a lot of water in them. All you want to do is grab your grated carrots and then squeeze out as much of the water as you can. Just like that. So we're now adding in our grated ginger, and like I said earlier, I've grated a tablespoon plus a teaspoon with the skin on. So that's going in. And finally, the grated carrot. So 1 large carrot should give you a cup. So all we're gonna do now is gently stir it so that the carrots and the grated ginger are nicely combined with the other ingredients. And then we're gonna place them into our muffin cups. So I'm using these jumbo baking cups, but my muffin tray is actually a little too small for these cups, but I'm using them anyway because I want my muffins to be a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna kind of stuff these in. This recipe will give you 11 muffins, depending on the size of your muffin cups and your muffin tray. I'm just using an ice cream scooper to scoop out the batter because it's much easier. And you do want to fill your muffin cups 3/4 of the way high. So that's it, that's all. These go in the oven for 45 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Mind you that my oven is super ancient, so I'm not really sure if these will bake faster at your house, but this is exactly the temperature and the time that it takes in my kitchen. Okay, so I'm just gonna break one open for you and show you the texture. It's really nice and dense. These are subtly sweet and they're a very healthy treat, guys. Okay, Starseeds, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you have any recipe requests, leave them in the comments below. I'll see you guys very soon.